Join me, guys. It's another time for a live show according to SOBJ. I am SOBJ. Welcome to the Belgium. In a very lovely hotel right now. And that is because we were here yesterday celebrating with a young couple that got married. Lincoln and Randy. Lovely people, lovely party, lovely environment, so I decided to just stay over for the weekend and, chill a little bit. Kids are taken care of, Boo is being taken care of, so I'm taking care of me right now. Being a little bit selfish, but it's okay. They love me for who I am, and they appreciate all of those efforts I bring on the table as well. So when I decide to get away by myself or with girlfriends, they don't mind, because they know I'm gonna always have their time at the right time. But right now it's SOBJ's time, and I'm really having fun. After this session, I'm gonna go over to Lloyd's, and Lloyd's is a wellness center. It's just right across my hotel. That's where I'm going to be spending the whole day. So no calling me today after this session, because I'm going to be locked up in the spa, getting a massage, doing chocolate bath, and just soaking in some warm bubbles and relaxing and planning for the future, and just having good thoughts. So good thoughts, people. Welcome aboard. Facebook says, wait, we are inviting your friends. So when you see me not saying anything for a couple of minutes or just fidgeting on my phone, it's because Facebook keeps telling you to wait, when they're trying to generate your audience for you. So that's why I keep waiting. A lot of people were saying, Madam, talk now. Madam, aren't you saying anything? Madam, don't you have anything to say? Last time somebody sent me a message and said, when you keep staying too long on without saying anything, you keep costing me my data. I'm sorry, sis. I live in an environment where data really doesn't matter. So sometimes I forget people are watching from, places where they have to pay so much for their data. I hope one of these days the situation will change in whatever country you are, so that, something as silly, as simple as data wouldn't be something to worry about. So in just a couple of more minutes, I'm gonna start up. Today's topic is you reap what you sow, and that's simple as that. Before you can harvest anything, there still has to be labor, and apparently I have figured out that a lot of people keep forgetting the concept of you have to work for what you have. It's not every time you win the lottery. So when it comes to finances, you can still, bank on winning the lottery without working for it. But in everything else in life, you need to work. You need to put in actions to get results. So when you do, the actions you put to can determine the results you get. It's not even will determine the results you get. So a lot of times when you don't sow good seeds, then I believe you shouldn't expect good results either, or something better than what you have worked for. So that was how I came about the topic of today. You reap what you sow. It's just as simple as that. I don't think there's any complication to that. It's just as simple as it is. You reap what you sow. So if you do not sow something positive, then you shouldn't expect to reap anything positive. That's as simple as that. How did I come about today's topic? Today's topic is something that came up this whole week. along the line, you know, as I went through my week. I started having things that just were confirming to me that concept works. I mean, the labor of a couple of years might not yield results immediately. The result of what you've done a couple of years ago might only manifest years later. It's just like the karma thing, but it still will manifest. You know, it still will manifest. It still will come to pass. You will still see that people would, you know, reap what it is that they have sown. Only when they are reaping it, a lot of times you don't know what it is they have done to deserve whatever it is they are getting, whether positive or negative, you know. So in that kind of situation, I think it is very, very easy for people to get a misconception about results. When you see somebody, maybe you see somebody doing well, and you just figure out, or you just think to yourself, oh my God, this person is doing well, without even knowing what they have gone through, what they have been through before they started getting the success. You might think it is instantly. You might think it's because the church they go, or they have an imam that gives them results or help them out. If anybody is telling you it's about the prayers they have prayed and not the actions they have put into whatever it is they are reaping, then you shouldn't believe that, because it doesn't make sense. You know, you have to put some labor into the results. I'm trying to increase the volume. So you have to have put some labor in whatever it is you reap. But today specifically, I would love to talk not about the finances, not the financial part of it, because to reap financial goodness, you have to sow financially as well. And I'm not talking about sowing into the churches or sowing into your mosque. Please believe me. I'm talking about sowing financially, like investing, you know, buying things to sell things to make money. You cannot sit down and say, okay, I want to make money without doing anything to make the money. So if you're a business person, you have to have capital to invest somewhere so that you can make money out of whatever it is you have invested to. The same thing goes with relationships. The same thing goes with child upbringing, you know, and the same thing, the same concept is applicable to everything we do in life. You know, when I talk about you have to have good thoughts to be able to achieve good things, because good thoughts you have to translate into actions, and then positive actions will yield positive results. But supposing you miss a step, supposing you do not put the action into it, you have only good thoughts, it's going to be stupid and foolish to expect results, because something is missing. That's the same thing with sowing and reaping. If you do not sow, then it's against nature for you to want to reap, you know. So everybody that is waiting for a miracle, I'm sorry, I'm not a miracle believing person, and that's the truth about it. Miracle do happens, but I believe there has to have been some actions to make the miracle happen. It's gonna be a miracle if I had to put just a little bit of investment to gain a lot more than what I have sown. You know, I do not believe that just without doing anything, things will just happen for me. No, I do not believe in that. And I don't believe I need to fast 40 days or 70 days before I get results. No, I believe I can fast and pray, but I need to put equal amount of action to get whatever it is I want. You know, that's my belief. That's the way I think, and that's the way I live my life as well. And I'm really glad about the result I have till now. So whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat, good. But I'm just saying it the way I say it. Anyway, so there's this particular situation that really, you know, gave me the drive, the reason to want to do this particular topic. Because a lot of times when I talk about karma, and people are like, karma, they see it only in, you know, when you do something bad and all that. No, I need to translate it into the reaping and sowing concept as well. Because I was talking to somebody very recently, and, you know, please don't feel ashamed. I'm going to be talking about what we spoke about without mentioning names. But I was talking to a father who has a child with some woman, and within the distance of contact. So it's not as if your child is in Malaysia and you are in London and you say the distance is too much. I'm talking about a father who chose to be an absentee father just because he has bad relationship with the mother. This happens a lot, especially in the African community. You have fathers that will say, when it is over with the mothers, then the kids, I'll see them only when I see them. Some even would not come around and even do what they're supposed to do. Meanwhile, some of them have been like that from the beginning, and a lot of women will probably leave a man because of the father had been very irresponsible, or even a woman. So brothers, don't think it's all about me bashing the men or women. You can put the situation in both ways, but this time it's about a father, because we had this conversation. I had a conversation with a father. If eventually your relationship ends with your woman and you have children in that relationship, it is going to be very terrible, very stupid, and very, very wicked of you as a father to think you're punishing your woman or your ex by taking, a leave of absence from the lives of your children. Number one, it is wicked. Number one, it is irresponsible. And number one and number two. Number three, it's going to come back and bite you in your bum. Believe me, I've seen it happen. I've had people talk about it. It will always come back and bite you in your bum. Because, one, if you have children that really soar and they become people, important people, successful people, it's going to be difficult for you as an absentee father to go and start expecting anything from those children. Even if your child did not become a millionaire, but they grow up to become men of their own or women of their own, you cannot expect any returns from those children because you have not sowed into the lives of those children. And when I mean you have not sowed in the lives of the children, I'm talking about the responsibility of a father or a mother in a child's life. There's another story I was just discussing with my boo today, at breakfast. I was talking about women that would rather have the social services take care of their kids. When problems arises and they have to choose, and they give them the option, they will choose that social services take care of the kids. I mean, like, social takes your child out of your home. For me, as a parent, if that happens to you, you have failed. You have failed yourself, you have failed your future, and you have failed your children. Children that have been in social services for years, that have been taken care by other people, they would not know how to come back and take care of you as a parent, because when you were supposed to be sowing into their lives, you were not there. You can tell me, but there are reasons why social will come and take people's children. They just don't come. Sometimes it's the law, is this. Come on, please. If you're a responsible parent, you're taking care of your children the way you're supposed to be taking care of them. You do not expose them to danger or any abnormalities according to the European law, for example, in this situation. Because in Africa, no social will come and take your child from you. So even if you're killing that child, you're on your own and that child is on their own if family members do not come. But in Europe and America, any of these Western countries, if you mishandle your own child, the law will take over and take that child out of your home. But before they do that, they will have given you loads of warning. Loads of warning. So it's not something that happens, because I can imagine people from Africa or Asia watching, thinking, what is she talking about? A government will come into your home and take away your child or your children if they think the situation in which those children are in are not conducive or abnormal, and you as a parent, you're not changing or you're not making them better. So this father doesn't even have that issue. This father just chose to give the mother and the child distance. That's what he said. He said, I've just decided to give them some distance so I can take care of myself first, and if later that child is going to come back and look for me. Oh my God, how stupid could you be? How stupid could you be? If the woman plays her games right, that child will never know you again. especially because this is just a child of about 3 years old, still very, very young. If the mother gets another boyfriend or a husband that is staying and doing the right thing, somebody else is going to be the father to your child or your children if you let it happen. And if you are now old and not expecting that those children will come back and take care of you where you did not sow in their lives, isn't that foolish? Isn't that stupid? Isn't that just simple to understand? I cannot imagine. It is only actually it is only a thief, really. It is only a thief. And this idea I have with everything, it is only a thief that will not sow anywhere and expect results there. Only a thief. So you're thieving if eventually you have not taken care of your children and you're expecting them to come back and come and pay your days when you're in your old age, for example. So nowadays, when I hear people talk about things like that, at least it's my child, it's supposed to do what you're supposed to do to your parent because the Bible says your parents are this, your parents are that. I'm sorry, I don't know the Bible that much, but I'm sure there's somewhere in that Bible that says parents have to do something for the children too. I know a place that says you have to bring your child up in the way of the Lord so that you will not have regrets later. So if you are letting somebody else take care of your child, you are an absentee father. You're saying because you are annoyed with the mother, you now neglect your children. You're not taking care of them in any ways. Even to call and talk to them is wala problems. Then you now expect them to come back in 20 years to come and be children to you, like children, the African way, take care of you, give you money, give you accommodation if you don't have one, or abhor you in their homes. I hear people say that quite often. The children you have in the West, they will not go back to Africa with you. Hell no, they won't. If you've never been taking them to Africa. Hell no, they won't. If you've not shown them the way of Africa. You cannot expect a miracle. You cannot have children in the West. You do not give them the knowledge of where they come from. You do not give them the knowledge of what you can expect from them as their parents. By doing those things for them now that they cannot help themselves. But you expect them in 20 years to think about it themselves and say, oh, okay, I need to take care of my father. That's the father that did not take care of you. Or I need to be good to my mom. That's a mom that was not good to you as a child. Some mothers, they just bear kids. They just open their legs and the kids come out, and after they are out, they forget that they have responsibilities to those children. Some mothers, they make the barren women weep some more. Because when you see how some mothers will treat their kids, there are some mothers that would rather wear gold, wear silver, wear platinum, and then you see their children wearing clothes that, even beggars will not wear. That's being selfish to yourself and, to your offspring. Actually being selfish to your future, I would say. Because I'm not going to be this energetic for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be, young and sassy and, able to conquer whatever comes my way for the rest of my life. I'm going to become old. I'm going to become old and weak. If I cannot rely on what I have done for my kids now, then I will have to rely on the social services if I still stay in Europe. So it's a combination of you working hard, paying your pension, so that when you are over 67, as it is in the Netherlands now, and I even pack my load and say I'm going back to Africa, I'm still going to collect my pension that I worked for now. So if I'm not working in this country that I live now, and I'm on social services, then I cannot become 67 years old and expect them to pay me no pension. My pension is what I have worked for, is what I have sown into the system for me to be able to get back later. Please, I hope you're following me. So this sowing and reaping thing goes with almost everything. It goes with whatever we want to do to expect results later. You need to sow, guys. You need to sow. You need to take insurances for the future. future. You need to sow in the lives of your children to expect them to be able to come back and pay your days, your old age. You cannot let your children just be by themselves without giving them any baggage to work with and expect them to come back and pay back. And if you sow negativity into the lives of your children, they're going to come back and pay you back negatively as well. I cannot imagine the life of an old person. You have children, but they will not remember to call you in 2 weeks. Then you should ask yourself, what did you do wrong? Where did it go wrong? Where did it go wrong? I read a story recently about a woman. She's already in her 70s, a very successful Nigerian woman. She's already in her 70s, and she was advising people. She said, please do not let what happened to me happen to you. She gave the story of when she was younger. She was really doing well, business-wise. She was traveling, and she has 3 kids, and those kids were always been taken care of by family, aunties, but all in her homes, and she was always traveling. Her husband lived abroad. Absentee parents. So the kids were brought up by strangers. No close contact, no one-on-one, conversations with their parents. There was money, they were in the best schools. But when the father died, even before then, before the father died, the man and the woman, they had their own getaway. At least they were able to stay with each other, console themselves. Even when the kids were not getting in touch, it was easy for them because they were still together. Now the man had died, and this woman is alone. I think she was about 69 or something. She is lamenting bitterly because even one of the children did not come to the burial of the father. Said, I'm sorry, I'm on a business trip. I am like, oh yes, that's what you're gonna get. Daddy, I want to spend time with you. Sorry, I can't, baby. I need to do this business. You're gone. Mommy, can I please talk to you? Or go and meet auntie. Let auntie sort you out. Mommy, I have issues. Go and meet uncle. There's always one uncle or auntie to sort your kids out. When they grow up and you are old, they would rather send Western Union to you than come and visit you. They would rather send a maid to sort you out than for them to spend time with you, because you did not sow in your relationship with your kids. You did not sow. What you sow is what you're getting. If you call financial support and put them in the best schools, sowing, that's all you're going to get. You're going to get very successful children, if you're lucky actually, and that's all you're going to get, because that's all you sowed into them. Relationship wise, if you do not sow contacts, then you ain't going to get contacts from them. So this thing that some stupid, ignorant men, especially, I've had more than 4 Nigerian men say that. Nigerian men, I don't know about Ghanaians, and I don't know about, Kenyans or Senegalese and all these other African people. I'm talking about my African people, Nigerian men. I've had them say, don't worry, the children will come and find their father later. Do not, and I repeat, do not expect where you did not sow. You're going to be a thief. And you will be disappointed so greatly, because children that do not know you now, children that will call you, Daddy, my school fees is due, go and meet your mother. Daddy, I need this shoe, go and meet your mother. Daddy, I want to do this, go and meet your mother. If the mother gets a boyfriend that will do all of those things, after a while the kids will stop calling you daddy this and daddy that. They're going to go and start meeting the real dad that is playing the role of the dad. And if they have a good relationship with that person, in 20 years time, do not expect anything from them, because when they needed you, you were not there. The same thing goes with women too. It just doesn't happen often that the woman will leave her children and say the child will come and find me. God has created us so differently, that the bond between the mothers and the children are so great that even if you're so crazy, there's still going to be a part of you that will not just let that happen. But there are women that are worse than men. I've seen that before too. Women that are worse than men when it comes to having relationship and taking care of their children. I have seen women worse than men in that situation. So if you are one of those women, please do not expect any miracles either. Wow, wait a minute, I need to do this. Do not expect any miracle either, because if you do not so, you should not of your child, or social services as your child. Your child will not know you later because social services are taking away your child and they've put your children or child in some other person's family. And then later you are asking the questions, why aren't they going back to Africa with you? Or why aren't they taking care of you? Because you did not take care of them when you're supposed to take care of them. I have a friend, and this is not hearsay or whatever. I have a friend. A mom left her with her father when she was, I think she said 11 years old. And the mother ran away with another man. The father died a year after the mother left. So this girl, woman now, lived with so many uncles and so many aunties. Eventually she ended up on the street. Yeah, at maybe age 15. She put herself through school eventually after going through all sort of things. And I'm talking about somebody that grew up in Lagos, Port Harcourt. I ain't gonna be saying in Nigeria, Port Harcourt. I'm sorry, Lagos, Port Harcourt, silly me. And I'm not drunk yet though. So in Nigeria, Port Harcourt, she was on the streets from the age of 15. Eventually, when she was 19, she met some guy, a German man, a German mechanic that came to work in the refinery or something. At that age, she came to Europe before she was 20 with the same man. The man sent her back to school. She did what she had to do. Now she has a good job. She has 4 landed properties in Chevron. 4. The mom, she had not seen in 20 years. The mom had, at that time, according to her, 4 children for somebody else. Never looked back to look for her. Never. Just went with the man had 4 children. From the 4 children, 2 are dead now. So she has 2 left. And things are not okay for her at all. So she started looking for this daughter that she did not sow anything into her life. Now she found the daughter through Facebook. Facebook, thank you. She found the daughter through Facebook. And since she found the daughter, according to my friend, every week be sending, send me money. Please, there's no money to feed your brothers and sisters. My friend is like, which brothers and sisters? I don't know you. And this is somebody that is so close to her children. When you see her with her own children, you will never believe she could be so cold to her own mother. She said, SOBJ, she is not my mom. She gave birth to me and left me to take care of myself. When I say it's your mom, at least once in a while, you can afford to give her 50,000 every month if you want. She said, oh yeah, I can. But I ain't going to be doing that. Because when she left me, she did not think about me. What I went through, she can't pay it back. So she doesn't deserve anything from me. Believe me, there are people like that. Millions of people like that. She did not sow in her life. So she's going to be a thief. Expecting. And please don't tell me African culture, African tradition. I don't want to say that word because F-U-C-K that. F-U-C-K that. If traditionally you do not know to take care of your children, then traditionally you should not expect anything from those children when they are grown. Whatever you do to me, you will get back. It's as simple as that. If you do not invest in my happiness, do not expect me to, be contagious to you when I'm happy. I will make sure my my clique is limited to people that supported me when I was going through my labor time. And there is nothing that will come out of it. Believe me, if my children do not have the best of me as a mom, I will not expect them to be the best children to me either. So if you see people going through problems, going through difficulties now, and they have children, and you're asking yourself, aren't their kids doing things for them? Why are their kids not doing? You need to look at what they did into the lives of those children. When this friend, the male friend I was talking about, started telling me, SOBJ, leave that story. In Africa, this is what happens. The child is going to come back and want to know who the father is. I'm like, the mom did not say, do not come and see your child. The mom did not say, do not have contact. The mom even tried a couple of times to make sure that you have contact. She even brought the child to you a couple of times. And yet you say you don't have time to go to even organize something. In this country, when you have a child with a man and you're not married, you as the mother, you are the sole custodian of your child, of your children. So the father will have to go the extra mile to come and claim the children and come and say, okay, I want to be a part of my children's life. If fathers do not do that, if they do not come and say, I want to come and claim custody of my children, or I want to be in my children's life, and you were never married to their mom, the law will not even recognize you as a father, except you go the extra mile. So the mother can do and undo with the children. The mother can do and undo with the children. So if you're an absentee father and you're sitting down all laid back, doing nothing, not putting anything to the lives of your children, and you're believing that in 3 years time they will come and start paying you back, or in 20 years time, when they have become somebody and they have been by themselves, or maybe with their mom had taken care of them and they have turned out well, and you now say the children will come and look for you. Foul. If you are lucky that a child comes back to look for you, it's because the mother did well. Maybe because the mother was always pushing, so that you will still be able to have, even if it's just a little bit of relationship with your child. But if not, children will grow up to not know you. You don't deserve to be known. You don't. You did not sow in their lives, so why should you reap? Why? It's going to be just silly. It's going to be stupid. And a lot of men, they don't seem to understand that. I do not know where they get that from. That you would think somebody will just come back and take care of you when you did not take care of the people. Why? Why should they come back? Why? What do they owe you? Even the world works in the same way. If you do not sow somewhere, you cannot reap there, except if you win the lottery. And winning the lottery, you know what that means. 1 in maybe 100 million will win the lottery. So if you want to win the lottery, you want to play lotto with the relationships with your children. That's your business. You know, there's no guarantee of winning. That's you playing lottery with the relationship and the lives of your children. It's as simple as that. I do not understand why people do not understand that. I do not understand why somebody... When I was growing up, and this is probably what I have to thank my parents for, we grew up to understand that you have to work to gain. No work, no gain. You know, I was brought up to understand that you have to do something to get something back. Nothing came free by me in our home. Nothing came free. If you had good results, you get something at the end of the school year. Nothing came free at all. You know, and if you did your chores, you're going to have maybe 2 pieces of meat with dinner. The people that did not do their chores will not have any meat at all. That's the way we were brought up. You know, and the same concept is what I'm using with my kids as well. And it's working out perfectly. Thank God for that. And I grew up with that mentality even into adulthood. I know if I do not work, I shouldn't expect money from social services. I shouldn't actually, because I didn't walk into the system. That's why I can never settle. with social services? What are they going to offer me? And I do not come from a country where there's any social services anyway. So I was brought up to know I need to work for what I have. Anything you see me have, I worked hard for it. And so I enjoy and flaunt it as well. No regrets, no apologies, nothing. Because I worked for what I have. That is the mentality I have. And that's the mentality I'm giving to my kids as well. But there are millions of people, especially nowadays, we have migrants coming into somebody else's country, the country that has been settled. They've taken care of their system. They have, done their family. Hi, baby girl. I feel you. Welcome aboard. Please share so that other people can join in. They have taken care of their country. They've regulated everything in their country. And we will come here expecting to come and start living for free, expecting to come and register and come and start living on their social welfare in a system we have not sold into. And then soon they are talking about how the system is not being nice to foreigners again. Please, guys, think, what have you done into the system? The same way we have killed most of our own countries, where people are expecting everything from the government. Government this, government that. But we are the government ourselves. And you see the mentality we take into the government. We go into the government with the mentality of eating up everything we find there. The same mentality people use in their homes. Just take, and don't give. But then you expect something back from the people you have not given to. The same thing, it starts from the family unit, and then it goes into the businesses, and then it goes into the government, and then it goes into the country. And then now we see what's happening in Africa. Most of our leaders are selfish. They are selfish, self-centered. They are not giving back to the people. They are just taking. But it's as simple as it is. The people did not give to the government enough to expect from the government, because we have put people like us in the government. So you see the connection. Relationship-wise is still the same thing. If you do not sow into your relationship, I'm sowing tears into my relationship because I want to get joy. I'm putting effort into my relationship. I'm going through things I will not go through normally into my relationship, so that later on I can enjoy my relationship. That is me sowing into my relationship. I'm putting effort into my children so that later I can enjoy my children, so that they can put the effort back into me as a mother. I'm putting effort into my community. I'm trying to share my knowledge with the people in my community, so that later on I will be known for sharing my knowledge, and whatever goodness that comes from that, I will embrace as well. That is how life works. You put something out to get something back. If you put negativity out, you will get negativity back. It's as simple as that. If you wish bad to people around you, they will not wish well. They will not wish you well. They will not wish any good things your way. So if everybody just determines to start doing good, invest goodness, positive things, how difficult do you think it's going to be? The minute quantity of people that probably will be doing it wrongly might learn from the community. That's the way to change mentality. You have to start from a small unit. So I'm asking my followers and my listeners right now, start today by investing goodness into your community. Invest positivity into your family. Invest time, money, love, care, attention into your children. Invest all you can give into your children, so that they will be strong, stable children, and in the future they will be your stronghold. They will be your support. They will be your knight in the shining hammer. They will be there for you when you need somebody to be there for you as a parent. When you're weak, you will have somebody to hold you, to hug you, to carry you. But if you do not invest into the lives of those children, do not expect anything back from them. It's not going to be wickedness. Eventually, if anybody says that child is wicked, the question should be, how was that parent to that child? oftentimes people do not ask that question. When you see a child and you say, why is that child so wicked to the mom? The question should be, how was the mom to that child? It's simple. Apart from sick children that, maybe they have mental issues, disturbances or whatever, a child that was brought up properly, nurtured, given the comfort of life, it doesn't have to be luxurious. It doesn't have to be just basic. What they need, attention, proper nurturing, information, help, support. That child will know nothing else. That's what that child is going to know. Yesterday, let me give a very good example. This is simple. This is another example. Little things that we just overlook. Yesterday, I saw a teenager. Right now, she's 19. But when that child was about 11, I started noticing a couple of craziness around that child. This child will wear clothes that will be opened at 11. This child will wear some, very soft. Even me as a woman, I found our behavior a little bit seductive. As a psychologist, I'm going to start thinking, what's happening in the environment of that child? What are they sowing into the life of that child? What is that child saying the parents do, people around her do? Because children, they would show what they have learned from their environment. When you see my child jumping up and down, springing, dancing, talking, it's because mommy is always dancing, jumping, and that's what she knows, that's what she sees. And when you see a child being wicked, being arrogant, being rude, that's because that's what that child has seen in our environment, on his environment. So that's the psychology part of me talking, but that's what I see, because I always put actions to reactions. I always look for the reason why things happen, and that is my analysis about that. But that was when that child was 11. Now this child is about 19, and I'm going to try to round up because I need to get to the spa. I saw this child, what she was wearing yesterday, half of her boobies. I'm talking about a 19-year-old. Look, if you're 40 and you decide to start flaunting and you start showing all your, God-given whatever, you're 40, no danger of anything happening to you because you've seen it all, or almost. Seen it all at 40. Well, I shouldn't be saying that too hard, because at 40, I just started seeing some things I'd not seen before, Baby, you know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, but you're not in any danger zone. You're grown up enough to be able to choose and do whatever you like. Even the thoughts of that is killing me. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God, this is one-on-one, thing with my boo. So, anyway, so if a child at that age is flaunting and showing all sort of things they're not supposed to be showing. One moment, guys. Hi, baby. Oh, hello. It's not baby. I thought it was one of the kids. Anyway, so if that child had not seen anything positive in direct community, it's going to be difficult for you to expect that child to put out any positivity. So in this situation now, when I saw that child yesterday, 19, you can say she's already an adult, but believe me, what she was wearing yesterday, I'm sure anybody that saw her would like, oh my God, how dare this child leave home like this, and the parents couldn't say anything. But the parents weren't saying something when she was 11. So if you start saying anything now, that child did not know, wouldn't understand. Because number one, I'm not the parent. Number two, it's going to be like, what are you tripping for? Hey, but me, SOBJ, I wasn't going to be able to keep my mouth shut. So when I saw her, I tried not to even say hi because I was a little bit embarrassed, Oh, auntie. I'm like, oh, how are you, sweetie? Oh, my God. Girl, do you need to put those babies out like that? And she was genuinely embarrassed. Hey, are you high? I don't know who the person. I thought it was one of the kids, because they went to church. So I thought they wanted to tell me they were back from church. So, but it's not. I don't know who the person is. But I put it off already. So hi, nice to have you. Please share the video. Let somebody else join in. I'm gonna be rounding up soon though, but at least. So this child was like genuinely embarrassed because I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. If you see my child, you know, inappropriately dressed, I would love you to say something. I would love you to come to me and come and say, SOBJ, man, what Minnie was wearing yesterday? Why would you let her do that? Because together as a community, we can bring up children, you know, so that as a community, we can gain from our children later as well. So I said that to her. I said, baby girl, do you need to put those babies out like that? I said, you're pretty without showing those babies like that. Hey, I'm not a saint, you know. I wear clothes with low, you know, with low neckline, and I'm high-chested. So the low, even I don't need to go low enough for you to see a couple of my, you know. But in this situation, I'm talking about a 19-year-old, single, you know, still in school, but she had half of her boobies right out there, and they were not small. They were like, you know, those ones like that. So I said, baby girl, do you need to put out those things like that? She was like, oh, no, really, auntie. It's because nobody said anything to her. I went to the toilet. I just said my thing. I said, cover up, girl. You're pretty without showing off that. Let people want to see it, but don't just put it right in their faces. I said, do you get what I mean? She said, yeah, I get you, auntie. I went. Before I came back, she went to change her clothes. She went to change her clothes, and she came around dancing. I saw her on the dancing floor. She wanted me to see. I said, oh my God. If I could say that and change that, why haven't the parents been able to say something about that? And it can't start now, because now she's an adult. You know, adult in the sense, but she still expects something from mom and dad, so they can use that as a leverage. If you're not going to be dressing her properly, but that means probably that her mom do not think there's anything wrong with what she's doing. That's what they have sown into her, and that's what she's giving back. Hey, fine, if it works out well for you like that, whatever floats your boat. Don't forget, this is according to SOBJ. So if that works for them, but the same mentality, the same concept is what you put in everything you do, in your work, in your relationship, whatever you sow into that relationship is what you're going to get back, is what you should expect to get back. If you do not sow and you're expecting something, then you're a thief. And if you're so negative and you're expecting positive, then you're stupid and foolish, because it doesn't work that way. Nature has done it so easily, made it so perfect. All you need to do is just tap into the concept and go with it. Just go with it. You want something from somebody, give them something. You expect some results, you put some actions. You want to have a good relationship with your children when you're old, start having a relationship with them now. Because people will not miss somebody that they've not spent time with. You will only miss somebody you've been with and you have enjoyed their company. People, why will I miss you? Even when I'm with you, maybe there's no fun in being with you. So why will I miss you? When you're gone, I'm probably happy. So if you have that kind of relationship with your children, when you're gone, they're probably happy that mom and dad ain't home. And now happy, I don't mean like they want to be free. Oh, mommy's not home, let's party. No. I'm talking about you are part of their lives. When your children are better off without you, then you should check yourself. What did you do when they were younger, when they needed you? I'm not talking about being straight, you know. I mean, being a strict parent is probably needed in some situations. Let them hate you now, and later they're going to love you because of those words that you have put into them, your principles that you have, instilled on them just for the betterment of their lives. That's different. I'm talking about when you're not there. You're not there when they need you. You're not there for them financially, no matter how little it is. You see, children, they cannot be bothered how big your villa is. I learned that with my own kids. During my separation, I cried because I was going to lose my home that I bought with my ex. I cried because I thought I was going to lose my jacuzzi and my sauna and my steam bath. And I cried because I thought my kids were going to have to come down in their level. in terms of homes, because of course I'm not going to be able to afford what we used to be able to afford together. But I knew I was going to try my best. I cried for them because I was thinking about, oh my God, you know, a big house, you know, with all they needed, what they were used to. I cried because I was thinking my kids were going to be very disappointed in what was going on. That's what they wanted. That's what they had. Until I sat down with them. And I told them, I said, guys, we're going to have to sell this house. And I might not be able to give you exactly what you have now. We were house hunting together. And at a particular time, I started noticing my children were choosing flats, apartments. Mom, this will be all right. This will be all right. I was thinking about the size. I was thinking about all of those things. My kids were thinking about what was convenient. They were thinking about the price I had to pay. They were giving away their comfort. They were giving away what they were used to. I said, we can't get a steam bath into this house, into an apartment like this. We can't get a sauna into this. We can't get your playroom as big as it is into an apartment. My children were not bothered. They said, but it's cheaper. You're going to be able to have money to do things for us. We'll be able to do this. We'll be able to do that. You don't mind us going to live in an apartment? Oh no, they were not going to mind. And see me going crazy. Because I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm actually bringing them down in level. The time we're going to be spending together was important for them. They were bothered about if there was not going to be enough money over to go do sports, to go to the pool together, to go to the camp that we normally do. That's what they were bothered about. How big the house is going to be wasn't going to bother them. This is when I learned, like, wow, children, they would sleep with you on the floor if you have to. So it's not about luxury. Okay, I thank God I can give them luxury, you know, but they can't be bothered about the luxury. They can't. They just want love. They just want attention. So if you're not giving them the love and attention now, some people can't even afford luxury. And still they won't give their children. They rather wear it all on themselves. And their children will be walking around. They say children don't need much. You see the idea that we grew up with. I remember in my home, then they'll put food like this. Small, big, you know, small, then big guy, and then they start getting. Then they'll ask the older people to come and choose first. The older people that are already big, they will choose the best with the most meat and all of that. But if you want to look at it scientifically, children need to eat more. Children need to have bigger meat than adults because they're still growing. They're still growing. So some people, they are lost in that mentality that even the luxury, the goodness of life, they rather give adults than give children. They say children don't need much. When they are old, they will sort themselves out too. They don't expect anything back from those children that you do not put anything in their lives. Because if now you invest properly into a child's life, you give them good food, you give them good clothing, you create a very good environment for them, you teach them things, they're going to grow up to appreciate those things and they're going to bring it back to you. It's as simple as that. It is just as simple as that. And then this brings me back, and this is going to be me rounding up. This brings me back to the church-going people, especially the way we see it now in Africa. Oh my God. I can't stop talking about this. A friend of mine sent me a message like, SOBJ, don't stop going to, bash the pastors and bashing all of those people, and sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable to hear you talk about those things. I'm going to keep saying it because this same mentality is growing into the churches. I don't know about the mosque. I don't listen to the to whatever happens at the mosque. In the churches, people are only preaching prosperity. Prosperity. One bishop wrote, if all our pastors are preaching hard work, our countries will not be the way they are now in Africa. Because a lot of people, they worship pastors, they're not even worshiping God again. And these pastors have brainwashed them that they can expect miracles where they have not sown anything. I have not, all of those silly videos they share, I don't watch it, but maybe when I stand and I watch like 3 minutes just to get something out of them, to see what kind of pastor this is. When they start saying so, they are meaning so money, right? I've not seen a pastor go, few of them go on the pulpit, apart from Tunde Bakari. Oh my God, that's a pastor after my heart. The last time we were saying, your child will bring money home. You won't ask questions, where did they get the money from? You see a child that has no job, and we come back and bring you money. Recently, they found out one philanthropist, supports philanthropist in Benin, is actually a kidnapper. He will go to Lagos and go and kidnap big people's children, and he come to Benin and spread the money on the floor anyhow. People are not asking questions. That's the society that we have created for ourselves. A society that have lost the idea of sowing and reaping. A society that is expecting things to happen free of charge. It's a society that is no longer preaching hard work. I'm not very old, but I can tell you when I was growing up, that was still paramount. Hard work, good life. But now, the churches have brainwashed the people. They are not helping, and because our people are lazy, they are innovatively dead. They are not surging and looking for prosperity due to what they have done to earn prosperity. They are looking for miracles. Some people will not go to work. They will go to church 4 times in a week. Where is the money going to come from? The money ain't going to be coming from the church. You're not sowing. So why would you be getting back? You're praying, fasting. You're not putting actions into it. So why should you be expecting anything back? Isn't it simple? Isn't it simple? I baffle. If anybody comes, and these are the kind of people, they will be waiting unto the Lord. And then when they see you, maybe spread the money you have made and spend it the way you like, they will be the first person to come and start telling you, you're being extravagant, you're being this, you're being that. Excuse me, let me be extravagant. I worked extravagantly as well. So let me just spread my wings. Let me just flaunt what I have. It's because I worked for it. I invested into the good life I have. God bless me. God keep me safe. So because you're still waiting and doing nothing doesn't have to be anything I have to deal with. I don't need to deal with it. Deal with it yourself. Go off the mentality of waiting unto the Lord and go do something. Move your bum. Move your bum, excuse me. Stop sending me messages to send you this and send you that. Why are you sitting on your lazy bum expecting miracles from somebody working hard? Ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen because I believe in sowing and reaping. If you're not sowing, you can't be reaping. It's as simple as that. I really get emotional when I talk about this because I'm thinking to myself, something as simple as this and people seem to be missing it. It's a different thing for you to be in a situation where you're not facilitated, where you put all effort and nothing is coming out of it. Hey, I have the utmost understanding from people in that kind of situation. But for people who do not do nothing, that you're going to church 7 times a week doesn't make you a better person than people that are not going. Or you're waiting until the Lord doesn't mean anything will happen for you. In fact, it will not happen because even God hates people that are wasting time and wasting life on doing nothing. The essence of life is for you to make something out of it, enjoy it, and put back positivity into the world. God did not give you life so that you can sit down and waste it and do nothing with it. Everybody has something that God wants them to do, to contribute to the society. So you need to check yourself. What are you sowing into this society? What are you sowing into your community? What are you sowing into the people around you? If you know what you're sowing and you can actually, lay claims on what you have sown, then you should expect from where you have sown. But if you have not sown anywhere, you've not sown into anybody's life, do not expect. And if you have sown negatively, then expect negative reactions too. It's as simple as that. If you've not been a good mom to a child, do not expect that child to be a good child to you. If now you're neglecting your children, believe me, you'll be neglected in your old age. This is no cost. It's as simple as it is. If you neglect your children now, don't expect them to take care of you in your old age. There is no discussion about it. It's the way it is. So please do have a rethink. Do have a rethink when you're taking decisions, when you want to do anything that can affect people's lives, especially people around you. You need to think, what am I sowing into the lives of these people around me? Be it your children, your partner, your whosoever it is that you're with or that is around you. Think about what you're sowing into their lives. Be it your work. Think about what you're sowing into your work. If you're not putting enough effort into your work, do not expect results or good enough results. If you're mediocre about your actions, then you expect mediocre results as well. Guys, it's been a pleasure sharing my thoughts, and it's been a pleasure doing this today. It was a little bit later, but people were telling me to probably shift my live shows to the weekend. Let me know what you think about that. Maybe the weekends will be better. Then we're gonna just reschedule. I mean, this is happening on a Sunday, and I think it's quite nice. So thank you for watching. Please share, give comments, send me messages, let me know what your thoughts are, advise me on topics as well. If you want to know what I think about what, let me know, and then we're gonna hit it up together. I'm gonna talk about it. You could give me comments, questions, and all. Keep sharing this video, and let's make our community a better place. This is me putting into my community my thoughts. It's worked for me. So I think, if people can keep sharing and we try to re-educate others, educate others, maybe we can have that shift in mentality, that is killing our society. Thank you for watching. This is SOBJ live from Terhealth Hotels and Congress in Belgium, very close to Antwerp. Beautiful place, lovely spa. I wish I can take you all with me, but I'm on my own today, of course, with my boo. So bye guys, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Ciao.